So it's really interesting that you brought this up because I didn't know anything about it. And then all of a sudden, after you sent me the message, everyone I encountered brought it up. And I was like, oh, I've been staying off.
Yeah, I've been better. I actually downloaded an app that forces
I,
you to
which one?
Opal.
Hmm.
I play these games with myself. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but it's okay because you already know I'm crazy. Sometimes I'll go on to things with like this intention of going like, okay, what I need to hear is what I need to hear. And when it's like kind of like gambling, like you feel like a hot streak. And then like when it's going low, I get out. So I'm trying it out for a month, but I think it's helping me reframe my habit. So
Um,
did they tell you about Reese?
yes. So, and then I was like, oh, I guess I need to go watch this because so we were in a meeting last night with the True Hearts Collective, and I was when it came up, I just was laughing, thinking like, okay, I need to go watch this. I've been avoiding a lot of Instagram because everything on my feed is about the death of Hollywood. It's I'm seeing everyone go through
Yeah.
their sorrow because no one most of the people I know are not working. There are a few, obviously there's producers that have hit shows that are still in production, but most of my friends are not working. A lot of them have left the business. They're doing other things. Anyway, the Reese thing is kind of funny because it just seems so tone deaf. Like, and
Yeah.
I think some of the people like going crazy about the environmental hypocrisy. I think that's there, but that's again, that's the far left stuff that I kind of get irritated by because I'm like, D that's not the biggest problem with it. I think part of it is just coming up with, I'm just so sick of people wanting to sell me some fucking platform or some new thing that I'm going to need to do, or you're going to teach me something because you're an expert. But she's coming out like very late. I mean, to even bring it up, I'm like, why? It was so marketing scripted. It was
Yeah.
so fake.
The thing, I mean, I have so many problems with AI. Like one, yeah, because the whole environmental thing is the big problem, but people don't understand the
Yeah.
huge impact that all of this, and I think they're starting to figure that out, which it
Mhm.
seems then like, oh my God, we're going to blow up the world. But like, we will take it, this will destroy, this is planet destroying if we get to the infrastructure
Yeah.
that tech envisions to do all the things that they think it can do. It
Yeah.
is absolutely planet destroying from resources, water, chip, the stuff to make the chips, you know, I watched AI doc too. It was this documentary, so that was
Yeah.
terrifying as well.
But her
But
actually
no,
targeting women was a like kind of messed up.
that well, and it was funny because it reminds me of like Uber kind of with cabs in the beginning of like, oh, it's so cheap. And that's the business model. They're getting everybody in for free. Here, have this chat thing for free. Like everything's free. And this isn't going to stay this way because they're trying to get a foothold, a baseline
Yep.
of everybody using it to live and exist. And then it's going to be like, now you have a token and you subscribe to your car and you only get, like, then it starts just feeling Black Mirror. The thing with Reese that really struck a nerve, one, it was fake. Like when I first saw it, I just felt weird. And I was like, what am I looking at? I don't, hmm. And
Yeah.
I didn't think about it too much. Like I kind of just went, Hollywood rich people. Like it was just annoying. But then I saw more people that really took the time to break it down.
Yeah.
And I saw one reel, which I didn't realize her, she has like a whole AI course certification that you can
That's
purchase
that's the
through
thing is
Purdue.
that it's a sales thing. And because
Yeah,
Blackstone is such a huge investor in
yeah,
AI company and like data centers, That I understand people immediately going to the environmental impact because it's like you're not sly. People know what your business model is. And for her to then come out and say, I'm not going to apologize, I'm not being paid. It's like, yeah, you are. You
Yeah,
have
you
a
are.
company. You have an entire massive company that is basically funded. I mean, I think it's majority owned by Blackstone. And Blackstone is such a huge investor in AI that it just, I don't know. I think people are going to follow the money everywhere right now, which is great because that's a problem with our politics. I mean, seriously, I don't care
Oh yeah.
if you're really progressive or if you're a moderate Democrat. I think we should have all of the above, but I think no matter what, people need to be more transparent about the money that comes behind politics. And when we get into power, that's number one. It has to be number one because it actually funnels every single legislation. It's ridiculous how much
I
money.
don't even know, like, I don't even know the phrase of like when we get into power. Like, I don't even know what that feels like or means anymore because I'm starting to feel like the Democrats are just as complicit in much of this bullshit that I'm just, I'm kind of in this weird, like, I think things are going to just break more and more. I think something new-ish has to emerge.
Yes. And I think it's interesting too when I was looking, then when I went down the rabbit hole, because you send me down rabbit holes. Sandra Bullock jumped in and said, AI is here and we have to lean into it. I understand them backing one another. But at the same time, it's not that everybody is anti. I think that it's been overhyped. We know it's a bubble. We know it's going to burst. Instead of going through the dot-com bullshit again, why don't we just understand, slow the roll, and figure out exactly what the impact is not only going to be. I mean, this one is more an impact environmentally, but
Yeah.
it's also, nobody slowed the roll on the dot-com boom and the internet and what its impact has been on an entire generation, two generations at this point. So I
Mhm.
think that looking at AI as this, it's going to replace us, it can't. It doesn't have the ability to have, it's based on a model of, a learning model. It's like it basically averages out and predicts. It's a prediction model. I guess that's what they
It,
call it because
yeah.
I'm not tech speak, but it can't have an original thought process that's organic the way we do. And
No. It's going to be inherently flawed no matter what. Because with the large language models, the LLMs, all of this, whatever it's tested or learned on,
mhm.
is all it can do. So all of our racist systems, all of our misogynistic, gender biased laws and thoughts, like all of the ick of us is already in it
Yeah.
because it's just you're right, it's just predicting and it's like to me, I look at him like it's a super big autistic brain pattern matching. Going, this thing probably
I mean,
interacts over here because it's a bigger brain. It can store so much data
right.
and can like take all of this stuff and then go, yeah, here, let me dump it down for you. But it can't
But it's not
create
generating like
anything
a
better.
authentic new original thought.
No.
It's pulling from what already exists and
Yeah.
predicting what it is that you want. And that's fine if you're looking at it like it's good at processing certain things like numbers and data. And in that sense, it's like it's a
And
database, but it also has to
it's
be checked.
it's not even that great. So I just saw something, and I've got to look this up, that Microsoft just came out with this big paper that they're like, nobody wants to see this because it was testing AIs, which this makes a lot of sense that Microsoft is doing it because they were saying to truly have AIs like replacing people in the job at a company, a lot of it is paperwork. Like I was there for 20 years, so much of it, it take us a week. to write like a launch email or some sort of corporate thing, and it's like 10 different people in the document. And people would be fighting over like words. I want this one word changed, or here's this big Excel doc. We need to change this cell. And they did all of these AI tests of can it replace small bits or change small bits, but then go revert and go back to, I don't know, to, versions ago, or,
Yeah.
and basically from what I saw, it was what it showed is like after a few iterations, it just shredded the whole thing. Like it just messed it up, and it was like you can't to just say like, oh, change this one box at a certain point. You can't just check that it did the box. You have to check the whole document. I was like, well, that's good.
Well, I think there's two thoughts that I had. One, when it comes to the Hollywood stuff, it's irritating because once I started to see how many people were putting out similar messages, I look at this and say, these are wealthy women who own production companies, and they have a generational wealth at this point, and they are telling working creative people like myself who are not working in the film industry right now because it's being taken over by tech people who are not creatives, and they're not making
Yeah.
creative decisions based on anything other than money. And
Yeah.
then they're out there telling us to adapt. And the comments section makes it really clear how people feel about that because they're
Yeah.
saying, it's easy for you to love AI and to tell everyone else because you're not competing for rent. You're not
Yeah.
struggling right now. And so you're telling everyone just adapt. And that's like having the tech industry tell everyone that it's coming whether you like it or not. So get on board. And I
Yeah.
love hearing I listen to a lot of Kara Swisher, and it's funny because she does say it is coming, but there is that thought process of like, it isn't an inevitable, it's not a disease. This is something that's man-made that's coming because they've been allowed to do whatever they want, and because we have an
Mhm.
administration that is allowing them to do whatever they want.